My name is Kevin McClure. I am a solo artist, and this is my guitar. So this is my Gibson Les Paul Faded. I bought this when I was 17 with my own money. It was the first time that I bought a guitar with my own money. Anything before that was a gift, you get from your parents for your birthday or Christmas or whatever, and they were all cheap, and this one wasn't. My favorite thing about this is it's actually a less common Les Paul, and it is less expensive. So a 17-year-old dropping big money on a guitar wasn't going for like the $2,000 gold top Les Paul. This one, the Faded, has a flat face, which I think is really interesting and unique, and when I got it, it didn't have all this weather and wear, so that's all roadworthy kind of stuff, which I love. I had the option to also buy a pick guard on it, but I just loved how it looked without, and then just adding the extra wear and tear has kind of made it like really personal for me, and I just love this guitar so much. I haven't done any modifications, but yeah, this guy's seen so much of the world with me, being my main high school guitar, being my main touring guitar for a long time. This guy's really gone everywhere, which I love. This guitar, when I was trying to get it, I wasn't able to buy it outright. I had to put it on layaway at Dietz in Omaha. And so when you're 17, you don't know how that stuff works. You just go, I want to buy a guitar. Oh, I can put it on layaway? Sure, I'll put it on layaway. Here's $200, and then I'll just start paying it off. And then they said, cool, you can have it when it's all done. And so then I'm thinking, oh no, I can't take it today, which is hilarious to think about. So then I got, I had a job. I was working at, I think I was at Hy-Vee at the time, stock and produce, and would just put bits of my paycheck right into that and make sure that I could get this at some point. And so it was one of those things that just over time I chipped away at that and made it mine. It took me, I want to say it was about 6 months to pay the whole thing off. So I want to say that I put the first down payment on it in like September and then got it in March or something like that. So I had learned how to play the guitar before getting this one, but it I was pretty basic. I was just figuring out how the whole thing worked. But then by the time I got this, I was able to feel like I was actually a player, which is good. So I earned it in a way that you don't always earn everything in your life quite like that anyway. So yeah, this one was really just important to me because I put all that time and effort into getting it and felt like a real treasure when I finally was able to take it home with me.
What's the favorite song to play on this guitar that you've written?
Oh, that's a fun one. My favorite one to play on this, and I don't have a capo, so I'm gonna have to play it uncapoed, would be my song Dancing Bears. That's got this like, it's just a groovy little, are we all just dancing bears? Ooh, consumed by what we fear. Yeah. I think that's my favorite one to play on this guitar, at least right now. The one memory that comes to mind with this guitar that's like I still feel a lot of pride in. We played a show just a couple of years ago at the Reverb. It was the biggest show that I've played that I headlined. And there's a ton of pictures with this guitar. And I used it like on all my branding after because it was all awesome. I feel like there was something about playing this guitar that night that was like a full circle moment for me of like the 16-year-old me was looking forward to this kind of a moment. And so to have this guitar part of that, yeah, it's just it feels like something really holy. Seems like almost a dramatic word, but it kind of was. It was like I couldn't have planned it the way that it went, and to still have this guitar is crazy to think about. Like, I've had this guitar for half my life at this point, like almost. But that's pretty wild to think about that. I haven't sold it. I've never thought about selling it because it's been so important to me. And to have it there in that moment and be kind of the iconic guitar in those pictures, and yeah, that's been really, really valuable to me. I would love to see Elliott Smith play this guitar, because I loved his later stuff that had a lot more electric guitar in it, and I think that would be interesting to hear what he would do with this.
Like LA.
Yeah. Yes, that would be so cool. I would love to hear Beck play this guitar. I think that'd be interesting to kind of, because I know he's kind of adapted a little bit from guitar as much to different kinds of things, but I think that'd be really interesting to hear. You know, having Switchfoot be like that big band for me in high school and learning all those songs. I'd love to hear John Foreman play this guitar. That'd be a lot of fun for me. Yeah, I think those are all people that would be amazing. If this guitar could speak about my playing ability, it would say you should have learned scales sooner. You'd be a lot better if you would have started sooner on me. And as a person, I think it would be proud of me for holding to my values and my character and wanting to love people and take care of people and trust people. And it would be impressed to see the things that I've tried to hold on to for my whole life since getting this guitar. I think it would be proud of that. But it would say, but you could be a better player. If this guitar had just disappeared or got lost in an accident or something, you know that sinking feeling that you get when you think a pet ran away from home?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I got a husky.
Yeah. I think I would have that sinking feeling, and I don't think I would sleep that night. I think I would have a hard time sleeping. That'd be like the bare minimum, because it's hard to even imagine it, or like if it broke in such a way that could be irreparable. I think I would just have this like, there'd be an emptiness to it. So I think the morning, honestly, this sounds maybe a little dark. I think I would grab another guitar and be really sad playing a different guitar knowing it's not this one.
Play some Elliott Smith songs.
Yeah, exactly. Be really depressed. One time we got to open for an arena show, which was really cool. And so I couldn't tell you how many people were there. It was a pretty full arena. That would have probably been our biggest show. It was a 4th of July show in like 2015. From what I know, that arena holds like 20,000 people. And so I don't think it was that full. I think it was when we went on like 5,000 or 6,000, which is still a lot of people.
Who were you opening for?
We were opening for a Christian band called New Song, is what they were called. And they were doing this tour through, and they were super kind to us, and the radio station just asked if we could open for whatever reason at that time. And so we got that gig, which was really sweet.
I've always like kind of surprised to find out that a lot of the bands that I listen to are technically Christian rock bands. So,
right.
Like I really like the Chariot.
Hey, Chariot's amazing.
They're just like hardcore, screamo, and then you hear interviews with them, and they're like, "Oh, we play for God," and I'm like, this would throw some church people through the loop during this music, and then hear them say that.
Well, and that last Chariot, or maybe not the last, 'cause I think they've done a couple of reunions, maybe, but that one that you can, I think you can find it on YouTube still, where they're in the house.
And in Australia?
Yeah, and they the singer goes up on the roof at some point.
He's falling out the window.
Yes.
They knocked over pears. They're like at the venue, they knocked over like a thing of pears.
Yeah.
Someone in the crowd did. That was like at the bistro next door. Yeah.
If y'all have pears, you might want to donate them, because I think the show might be done because that bowl fell.
And so they kicked him out. He's like, does anyone have a house we can play in? And
right.
The next scene is just like this person's house is getting wrecked.
Just destroyed, right. It's an incredible video. This guitar had, busted strings happen. That's not really sabotage. That's more self-sabotage, I think. But there was one time where the input jack fell out on me in the middle of playing. And as you can see, that has been handled and taken care of, where that should never happen again. which was a little bit of a sabotage, but I think all's been forgiven. I think we're on good terms now. I hope that the legacy of this guitar is that it's okay to come from something humble and to move alongside of that humility. Like to be, like to get a guitar that's like not the tried and true Fender or the tried and true Les Paul, and to be this kind of odd version of it that you can get for a little bit less money. And it didn't affect the fact that this guitar came with me across the country, and it's played songs that are really depressing, and it's played songs that are really hopeful, and it's played songs that have impacted people and have impacted me. And so I hope the legacy of this is that you're never defined, and this guitar in particular is never defined by however it started. It's defined by the journey that it's been on. I think I'll give this guitar to one of my kids. I've got 3 kids right now, and right now only one of them is all that interested in learning music. But any one of them could end up doing that. So I think this guitar in particular will probably just land with whoever wants to play music the most and whoever's doing it regularly. I have enough guitars that they can all have one, but I think this one will probably be a special gift to whoever's like putting a lot of effort into that and learning how to do it, because this one's come with me a long way. I think it can go with them a long way too.
Cool. Is there anything else you want to say about it? Any other stories that you want to share about it?
I don't think so, but what I am recognizing is that this guitar needs a much needed bath, and I think I'm going to try to do that sometime this week now.
That's glassy.
Dude, that sounds great.
That's glassy.
My favorite memory with this guitar is playing, we played a festival on an Indian reservation, a Native American reservation, called Yachinwewa Fest. Yachinyeya Fest, which I think is just hope in one of the tribal tongues. And this guy got to see all of that. That festival was so unique because we're playing to a bunch of native kids, indigenous kids, and we're just rocking out and having a great time. And these kids, they reacted to this guitar. They loved it, and so I was able to let some kids mess around with it a little bit, and it got to get a lot of love. This guitar has been kind of my love guitar, where everything that I've done with it has been really like communal and just enjoying other people with it. So, and I feel like that's how it started, and so that's how it's probably gonna end. Is just loving people with it.